What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. It's going to start out this video. This is going to be about my 2020 Mt07. I'm going to talk a little bit about it, just some of the parts that are on it, kind of go over some things. So if anybody was setting one up or is about to get one or looking into one and not sure what they want to do. All right, so we're going to dive into the controls here. Well, first things first, protection. I have 50 Stunt bar ends on. As you can see, they take a little bit of a beating. No bent or broken levers, knock on wood, so far on this bike, which is sweet. On this side, I run a RSC one finger with a Magura 13mm master. Core motor brake lines all the way around too, just gonna cover that right there. All right, for handlebars, I'm running 1 1/8 Carmichael bend Pro Tapers. They are on the 1 1/8 adapters, so I am using the stock risers as well. Just another little thing in here. I just have my brake fluid reservoir mounted in here to like a little L bracket that I made, and obviously there's two like brackets right there that hold for my cluster. My headlight is mounted with a bunch of zip ties. It is sturdy, it hasn't gone anywhere. It's been like that for like a year and a half now, so don't hate on it. I'm gonna do something to make it better. So while we're at the front of the bike, forks are pretty much stock. I did change the fork oil. I am running 15 weight oil. My fork seals are not blown out. These are just some ratty Amazon shock socks that I've had on the bike pretty much since it's been new, which is I've had the bike for about a year and a half now. I am gonna get new ones because they're starting to look beat, but that's after like 2 seasons of just wheelies, and then, you know, this will hit down here when the suspension comes up and stuff. So they did their job. They were like $8. Front brake pads, stock brake pads. I just like how the stock ones feel. And then while we're at the axle, front and rear, if you see underneath my helmet there, front and rear axles are Full Metal Stunts axle sliders to go with the Full Metal Stunts main cage and sub cage 12 bar combo. I do have the full cage, so I got the dual crossbar, which is a big selling point, and why I came around to this side of the bike. I had a really bad wreck back in June. This ended up going off-road here and actually taking out like a baby tree. Cages are fine, bike's still fine, and then here I just relocated my start-stop switch just to get it off the handlebar, so it's out of the way. It's a little bit cleaner. I'm a big fan of like how it just looks like aesthetically, and then I don't have to worry about kicking it when I'm trying to like put my feet over the bar or something. Also too, I run engine ice on my bike, and then I have the stock headlight switch wired up to my cooling fan. Again, on the cage, just like my start-stop switch. The biggest thing is keeping this bike cool because it gets hot quick. But with the engine ice and the fan switch, I rode all of ROC with it, and the highest temp I saw was 187. So I was super hyped on that. Now here's the part that every random person asks me about at a gas station that doesn't know anything about stunt bikes. My tank. Tang built the tank. It's been absolutely fantastic. Shameless sponsor plug, Highline Coating. You're the man. He did my tank. We actually have a big plan for this bike during the off season, what we're gonna do to it. So stay tuned for that. I'll definitely make a video on that. But yeah, tank is super good, super comfortable, locks you in, you know, HT Moto wrap just to give you some grip there. Biggest annoying thing about the MTs is you have to cut this when you do a tank, because the stock tank kind of like goes in here and it's just not gonna work. The other annoying thing is these ducts like to pop out a lot, and as you can see, mine is out now, and we'll lock it in and it pops back out. All my tabs in here are broken on this duct here. They're really cheap. I think they're like $20 on Hardzilla, but it's just an annoying thing to think about, I guess. If anybody has a fix for that, let me know, because I'd really like to figure that out. But other than that, it doesn't fly off. It's bolted in, it ain't going anywhere. All right, so for some more protection on the bike, I'm sure some people were already looking at that in the beginning of the video. I have the Twin Stunts rear sets, fixed peg with the knurled peg. They're great. I love how they feel. And that, Supermoto guys probably know what that is. That is the Warp 9 exhaust slider that happens to fit on this M4. It looks super ugly and super tacky, but as you can see, it worked, and this took the brunt, and my exhaust isn't dented, so worth it in my book. Also, yeah, I do have the full M4 exhaust, which is pretty loud. It sounds really good, it's just really loud. So if you're trying to do a quiet exhaust, I would definitely get that with the DB Killer. It does not come with it, which sucks because I would really like to have it. As we come down here, my brake setup, I'm running the big rotor kit with the twin Stunts adapter. Don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure it's a 2004 R1 front rotor. That's my rotor. So I think it's a 310 millimeter rotor, I believe. R6 monoblock to the 13 mil P34 for my foot brake. And on my brake lines, you can see the rear line, or the rear line. The foot brake line's kind of long. I ordered a +2 inches line off of stock. It's a little long, so I would definitely say you can get away with a stock length line if you're running this setup and you're putting your brake here. If you're putting it down here, you'd need probably longer than that, but if you're putting your foot brake up here and you're running this bracket, +1 or stock, you could definitely get away with it. +2 is pretty long. All right, so now we're good over to this side of the bike, sprocket side, which I realized my bike's really dirty, I'm sorry. I just got back from ROC like 2 days ago. I haven't cleaned the bike yet. I'm running a 50 tooth Vortex sprocket, stock front. So just up in the rear, that's it. I think it's up 6 or 7 from stock. I forget what the stock sprocket is. Yeah, EK chain. Here I have the 6-shop idle adjuster. You know, you probably get away with a GoPro screw or whatever guys are doing to make these things work. I just like this because it's you know, easy to get when you're riding, and you don't have to reach up underneath your hot cage and hot engine, you know, while you're in the lock, because that kind of gets pretty sucky. Tire wise, I have a Michelin on the front, 2CT, and I usually run that about 32 psi. Dunlop GPR 300 rear, I usually run that about 25. Pretty good tire. It takes some like beating trying to like do drifts and stuff like that, but it holds up really well. This lot, I don't know if you can really see this lot, it's not really the greatest on your tires. It's kind of like, it's really coarse. It really hurts to land on. On the back here, nothing fancy, just a cut seat. Just cut it with a Dremel. Right in here to get some rigidity on the foam. That is actually a Dr. Pepper bottle that I cut and glued in there. Gotta do what you gotta do, right? Right here, underneath here, you kind of see like the square cutout. It's a couple layers of H2 Moto. There's 2 layers, and then I have like one here, and one here, and then just rewrapped over it and glued it to give it some sort of like rigidity. It kind of feels like a step plate, but it's got a little give to it. Like I'm pushing on it pretty good and it barely flexes. It's been working out pretty well for me, so I like it. It's good to stand on, something sturdy. And then 2 is, you know, you can kind of feel these indentations through your foot, so you kind of know where you are on the seat. I don't know if that's an everybody thing or me thing, but I like having that. As I'm talking about mods, I almost forgot. See if we can see it down in here. I have the Twin Stunt Seggy Shock, whatever you want to call it. I have that link in there. My opinion, it's like a must-have for FZs because they're just so bouncy. And actually, you can see before I had it, it's so filthy. But before I had it, I would bottom out the sub cage all the time from like doing bunny hops or like popping it off the curves and stuff like that. It would just bottom out. I don't really have that issue anymore, which is awesome, unless I like really do something stupid, but it's usually pretty good. I don't have a setup to like, you know, moto vlog or talk in my helmet. I'm gonna try and do it as it is with my helmet like that. I don't know how well it's gonna work, but we'll try. All right, what's up guys? About ready to ride the bike. I'm letting it warm up. Biggest thing I always do, I always let my bike warm up. I got my temp here. I usually wait till my temp's about 170, then I'll go ride it. I don't know if that's overkill or excessive. That's just what I do. I want the motor to last. They're expensive, and everybody's starting to build these things now, so that means motors are going to be, you know, getting harder to get. So I'm gonna do some riding. Hopefully the audio on here is usable. I'm trying to like speak up. I'm kind of like yelling at this point, but once I'm riding, the exhaust is pretty loud. So either I'm just going to completely dub this out and you're not going to hear anything I'm saying right now, or I'm going to kind of just mute myself a little bit and just so you can hear the bike and stuff with some music. I don't know. We're at 172. Gonna hop on her.
I love how this exhaust sounds. It's just really loud. Thankfully, we're pretty good here. I'm surrounded by farm fields over here, so we're good. Downside about this lot is it's kind of short, so it's like you pop up, you know, it only takes like 2 seconds to get across. But I mean, it's nice to have. It's definitely worth it. It's also really dirty, as you can see, so it's like sometimes my tire wants to catch, sometimes it doesn't. Fun little lot though, kind of mess around. I wish it was bigger, but you gotta take what you can take at some points, you know? Anybody know what that trick would be called? Standing on the cage? Is that just what it is? Just standing on the cage? Or I don't know if there's a name for it. I don't know. Alright guys, thanks for watching. The GoPro's about to die, so I'm going to close up here, do some more ride, and then head home. Definitely going to be more videos coming. If there's anything else you guys want to know about my bike, feel free to let me know. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, whatever, all that stuff. Really appreciate it. Like I said, definitely be more videos. Definitely going to try and get some edits done of some rides that I've been on. I still have some lean back and Chirac footage I haven't really done anything with. I just kind of saved it. I have a bunch of ROC footage that I just got, obviously, just was there, just got back 2 days ago from the time I'm filming this. But yeah, let me know if there's anything else you guys want to see. I don't know, maybe like a how to wheelie or something like that. I don't know. Whatever you guys want, let me know. Have a good one.